Looked, it was a sight I will never forget and still have nightmares about. I had a cell phone with me and called 911, but there was nothing to be done. Even from up where I was, I could see his helmet had cracked and blood pooling around his head. His family blamed me for the death even though it was an accident, saying I had pushed him to ride too hard. It was a bike path in the city, but they needed an excuse, or that I had distracted him, stuff like that. About 9 months later, I had to clear out our locker at school. Even though I was in grade 12 and he was in grade 11, we arranged to share a locker at the end of the school year. As I was cleaning it out, I found an envelope taped to the bottom, a shelf addressed to me. I took it home and it was more than a month before I could open it. 2 days after my 18th birthday, and it turned out to be a suicide note he had written the Friday before the accident. It laid it all out, including the very details of how he planned to do it, down to the bend in the pathway that had no guardrail and the reason for why he was doing it. It has been almost 8 years since I opened that note, and I've only told a lawyer, who I contacted about having to turn the note over to the cops. He said no and gave me a detailed written explanation for me to keep as to why I didn't have to, and a counselor a couple years later. The note and the explanation from the lawyer in a lockbox, as I cannot bring myself to get rid of it. To this day his family still blames me for his death, but I refuse to tell them the truth as their religious beliefs would make it impossible to bear.